Hey everybody, the last video is going to be on fungi. So fungi are or can be unicellular or multicellular. They're eukaryotic organisms that have certain characteristics in common with animals, in that they are um, heterotrophs, so they need to take in nutrients. They don't have chlorophyll. They can't photosynthesize. A lot of times people thought in the past that fungi and plants were super similar, but really they're more similar to animals than they are plants. Um, they're saprotrophic, so they are going to take nutrients from organic materials. And a lot of times this can cause spoilage of foods, and they are probably the most common food spoilers. They also can cause damage to crops, which can cost lots of money. They can be unicellular or multicellular. So yeasts are unicellular fungi, and then molds are multicellular fungi. So they form, specifically multicellular fungi form filaments known as hyphae that tangle together, and I'll show you what that looks like. Yeasts form pseudohyphae, so I'll show you that as well. So here we have two different types of hyphae formed by multicellular fungi. So here you have those septate hyphae, where each of these is its own little septate, and they grow out towards organic nutrients. And then this one is a non-septate hyphae. Yeast form pseudohyphae, so each yeast cell is going to form their own little pseudohyphae off of them. So you can see those right there and there and there. Most fungi are beneficial to humans, so very few infect humans, and many produce antimicrobials, which will help us in producing treatments for other diseases. So and fungi also are important in food production. So they're beneficial in food production. They help us to produce things like cheeses and breads and wines, but they can cause different problems as well. So there are some that do cause problems. The three types of problems they can cause are they can grow on or in our body and cause diseases known as mycoses. They can produce toxins that can cause problems like aflatoxins or mycotoxins, which can affect digestive systems, nervous system function. And people can have allergic reactions to fungal spores. So an example of a mycosis would be athlete's foot or jock itch, where you have the fungus growing on the surface of your skin. Another example of that would be the cradle cap. A more serious disorder that fungi can form is cryptococcal meningitis, where you have fungus that are causing inflammation of the meninges of the brain. So the different types, the differences in fungal cells can be the target for antifungal medications. Since fungi and humans have a lot of similarities, it is hard to target fungi, which is why they have to look for certain differences. And a lot of medications that we use to target fungi, to kill off fungi, are also going to have toxic effects on humans because they can also damage our cells. So fungi can also enter into multiple symbiotic relationships. A symbiosis is just a living together. And in these three cases, it's a mutualistic symbiosis where the organisms live together and both benefit. So a lichen is an association between fungus and photosynthetic organisms. In this case, the fungus protects the photosynthesizer. gives it a place to survive or to hold onto. The photosynthesizer produces nutrients for the fungus. Mycorrhizas are beneficial associations between fungi and plants. So the mycorrhizas actually live in the roots of plants, and then they can help in absorbing nutrients for the plants. And the plants give the mycorrhizas a place to survive. And then fungal gardens, these are really cool. Leaf cutting ants. They cut up leaves, they form a little leaf garden, and then they spread fungus over the leaf garden, so fungal spores can actually grow, and they eat the leaves. So this is forming a fungal garden, right? And then the material that is produced from the fungus eating the leaves is taken in and utilized by plant or by the ant larva. So it's really cool. I'm done with this video. So we are done. It's been 6 minutes, so I'm going to stop and I will post these videos for you, and I hope that you enjoy them. Bye.